What's up, guys? It's Professor Broman, and I wanted to bring to you, in my opinion, the most fun raid exotic that has ever landed in Destiny, the Outbreak Prime. Now, you could argue that the Outbreak Prime isn't a raid exotic, but we won't go into that. But I will tell you that the Outbreak Prime is easily the most complicated to get weapon in all of Destiny's history. And it does involve the strange Bungie.net/sim ARG that we all had to muddle through in order to solve. It's fantastic. I recommend checking out the Reddit thread. The quest chain for it is quite intense. Quite intense. But it is worth getting. I've done the math. When you pull this trigger, 1 + 1 = 0 every time. Shiro 4. So the Outbreak Prime is the pulse rifle that we saw in all of the videos. Its base exotic perk is Corruption Spreads. Enemies that take repeated hits from this weapon spawn SIVA nanites and attack other enemies, fall and take extra damage. It is a Hawk Saw archetype. I said it right, yay! Pulse rifle. It's got smooth ballistics, accurized ballistics, and smart drift control. It's also got innate outlaw, hand-loaded, lightweight, and fitted stock. Honestly, this perk right here, Virulence, is pretty fucking awesome. Precision kills release a SIVA nanite swarm that attacks other enemies. Now, I know a lot of you are wondering, is this weapon worth it to get? I'm a solo player, it's really complicated, and here's my answer to you right now. It's definitely worth to get. It's a great feeling weapon, it's really solid, it's extremely useful in PvE, but right now, acquiring this weapon is going to be extremely difficult for you if you are a solo player. Everybody is still learning the best practices and processes on how to get this weapon. So that makes it very difficult for you to LFG for it. And the fact that part of the quest requires you to be in a group that has to contain a warlock, a titan, and a hunter makes it a little bit difficult for you to, find a team that you want to raid with. But it is definitely worth it in the end. And if you've already completed the quest, you actually have the ability to go back and help some other people if you want. So, here you go. Get it. Just get it. Just get it. A lot of other questions people have is, is this viable in PvP? If you set it up right, it is a 3-round burst. It is definitely a 3-tap, 3 trigger pulls. You can drop a guy and leave some nanites behind floating in the air that will fuck people up. A really solid supremacy weapon, honestly, to make sure that after you get a kill, you can secure it or punish the other team if they want to go grab it themselves. Try and deny that crest. I really think that, maybe it's not the best PvP weapon in the universe, but it definitely adds a type of utility that is kind of unseen, area of denial upon kill. And it's not wishful thinking to assume that you'd be able to get kills. Is it going to be in the top tier, S tier weapons? Is it going to outgun something like a palindrome or a last word if you get in a close gunfight? No. But getting the drop on someone or outplaying someone with a pulse rifle is, kind of the plan in the first place. And being able to land those headshots is definitely going to net you a positive experience against your enemies as opposed to a negative one. It gives a nice combating factor to people who are team shotting you. If you manage to pick somebody off, the rest of the team will get punished. And while I haven't seen a full swarm nail someone in PvP yet, if you get half of a connection on someone, half the nanites chasing after them, you do rip off a disgusting amount of their shields and health. So it might even be a super easy double for you if you manage to get that first kill. Definitely a game-changing weapon in PvP if you can pull off those kind of tricks with it. It is to be seen. I'm not the best PvP player in the world. I don't know exactly how powerful it would be in the hands of some of the best PvPers, but I managed to put up a good fight, and I managed to do a lot more damage with it than I thought I would, unlike when you use other exotics in PvP and you're like, dear God, please work, please work, please work, and then you're just sort of fighting with yourself, like, maybe it's good, but it's actually bad. So in my opinion, easily the funnest exotic in the world. Easily the funnest exotic in the game. Definitely the most difficult to get. Most fun, funnest, whatever. Definitely the most difficult to get, and still a little bit viable in PvP. It'll be interesting to use in trials. I also want to commend the folks at Bungie for designing such a difficult quest, one that requires so much teamwork and so much community focus outside of using the weapon or getting the weapon in the game itself. The ARG that they released that sort of showed the ways on how to activate the puzzle was quite impressive. So hats off to the guys at Bungie for designing this quest. Thank you for continuing to make this game fantastic and one of the best experiences I've ever had in gaming. And thank you for designing such a fun and, more importantly, useful exotic for all of us to chase after in The Rise of Iron. I can't wait to see what else they got going on. There you go, guys. That's my review. Get the gun if you can. If you can't get it right away because you're a solo player, don't worry, there will be plenty of opportunities for you to hop in on my stream and other people's streams on Twitch. And of course, you know, once it all gets fleeced out, the LFG scene will probably become much more easy to navigate for those of you who are playing solo. Thanks for watching today, guys. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time in Destiny. Bye, guys.